It's taken a while, but at last, it is knockout football from here on in. I'm John Champion, and analysing this game for us is Jim Begley.
Well, thank you. I think this is a brilliant atmosphere awaiting these players today. I can't wait for this one to start.
All things point to a routine victory, but there are some amongst us here who are hoping for a memorable day.
You know, it's the suddenness that I love when you get to this phase of the competition. The suddenness in which you can find yourself in a good position, or the suddenness in which it can go against you. That introduces drama, which creates great excitement, and ultimately you get a much more entertaining show.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, when it comes to youth and potential, Peter, it's hard to look past Pedri, who is probably going to have a very busy game here. I think he's got everything that you need to play in a midfield role, and he's so cute and clever with any aspect of the game in that department, which is usually the busiest part of any field. He will always find a way of standing out because of his beautiful, beautiful passing.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Varela. Well, he could have been in, had that final ball been just a little better.
Well, he needed to be much more precise, but that was very short on quality into the middle.
Kicks it a long way. A long ball into space. Knocks it through. Delivery on its way. Good tackle. It was deemed both clean and fair. It went out of play. It swung into the middle. Wants to get a cross in from here. With a big chance.
Ortiz.
He carved out a pretty presentable chance.
Oh, he's done ever so well there. That's a wonderful, wonderful save.
Forward it goes. He's looking for options. Good interception, just what they needed. Left frustrated as the ball team gets intercepted. No, beaten to it. Forward push gains momentum. Plays it to the touchline. Oh, that's clever. Shoots here. Plays it to his right. De Jong. And he's made sure that's not getting through. The ball shoots. Goal! Milan! That is simply unsavable.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
They now lead by 1 goal.
Well, that's put him in the driving seat, but there's a lot of football left in this one yet, believe me.
The whistle's gone, I think, for a foul. That was always likely to be the outcome. Yellow card.
Well, technically that was a beautifully struck shot from so far out, and I just thought he was a little unlucky then.
Oh, good challenge, and he's got it back. Pedri. Who can latch onto that? Determined to make his way through. Leao. Good strength, just wrestled him off the ball. Losing his footing, and the referee awards a free kick. Whacks it!
Would have known he needed to generate more power behind that, but it just lacked the precision anyway.
Varela wins it back. Kunde. Nkunku looking for his teammate. Loses out physically. It's got away. And he'll shoot here. Hits it into what leaps for the header. Great build-up, pity about the outcome.
Yeah, they had lots of options in the box there. They've got plenty.
There's the whistle, and it's half-time.
And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that 1 goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
Already up and running for the second half.
Barcelona don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
Over to the right. Looking to exploit the space. Both sides fiercely contesting the ball.
Nkunku
knocks it through. Can he get there? Looking to exploit the space. The break is on. Lovely control. Thou shalt not pass seems to be the message.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Clever ball from him. Played forward. Sloppy pass. They play it short. He's won that physical contest, and with it the ball. Looking to cut inside, crosses it into the middle. Here's a shot. He couldn't quite meet it right.
Well, he generated the power and let the ball take on a mind of its own after that.
It's been played short.
Vargas.
Nkunku with a good foot in. A foul, a fairly easy decision for the referee. The referee again decides that a talking to is enough, and he keeps his cards firmly in his pocket.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Who can latch onto that? Surges forward. Opportunity for a goal. Got a good hold of that.
And that wasn't exactly a routine save. He still had an awful lot to do to keep that out. Superb.
Forward it goes. He's under some serious pressure now. Well, it really is one cross after another.
Well, with a target to hit, why not keep up the supply? It's simple and efficient because they all know what they're doing.
Lifts it through. Rafinha. Nice bit of trickery. Knocks it through. Nkunku. Your impressions so far, Jen?
Barcelona are now matching their opponents blow for blow despite the scoreline. No shrinking violets out there.
Kabassi. Looking to exploit the space. He's there to get it back. They're not afraid to get physical. He gets his shot away. Good clearance there.
Barcelona are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Estupinan. Nkunku. Barcelona running out of both time and options.
Look, they can still hope for one more chance. Maybe two if they're lucky.
Sticks his foot in, that's a good challenge. Little in the way of subtlety in that tackle. Who can latch onto that? Leao has got it back.
Well, I suspect there'll have been a few nails chewed off during that attack. How they survived, I'm not quite so sure. But their lead is intact, and that's all that matters.
That's a throw. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
De Jong. He's won that physical contest, and with it the ball. He's making good progress down the left. It's been quite a scrappy spell, this. So there it is, and that concludes today's contest. Barcelona have left themselves with plenty to do in the upcoming home leg. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Listen, they had plenty of time to overcome the setback, but for me, they never quite had enough adventure in their play to get back into that one.